right, man. Torture Talk, 6 o'clock. You know what it is, man. How y'all doing out there, man? Hey. How y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's good. This is the 6 o'clock show. You know what it is. Torture Talk, King of the North in the building. I just walked in the building. You know what I'm saying? So today's episode, we're going to be talking about Drake's father actually respond to a question about Kendrick Lamar winning Song of the Year, dissing his son. So we're going to get to that. Before I get to that, you know, I got to give the legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Also in the description will be Torture Talk After Hours. Go over there and subscribe. It's doing really well. I'm almost at 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. And yeah, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you from. Hidden Gem, 1,300 subscribers to over 15,000. So let's get it, man. Let's get it. I know that was a botch intro, but I got to get to this content. So let's go. This is the 6 o'clock show. You know what it is, man. All right, man, let's get to it. The nerve of you, Dennis. The nerve of you.
I gotta ask, what do you think about Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, getting Record of the Year?
I don't care nothing about that shit.
No.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. All the best to him, man.
Okay, cool.
I don't do that bullshit.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
What are your thoughts on Drake's?
I gotta ask, what do you think about Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, getting Record of the Year?
All right, man. So I'm gonna probably play it a couple of times. So Dennis Graham. So you don't care about your son being allegedly being called a PDF. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and this is just my take, you know what I'm saying, about Dennis Graham. I think Dennis Graham is riding a high right now. I really don't think Dennis Graham really cares about Drake as much as everybody probably would perceive him to think. I mean, then again, he don't really seem like he cares about his son as much, at least at least in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? They're from two different worlds. You know what I'm saying? Dennis Graham is totally different from Drake, and y'all have to acknowledge that. But I think that the reason why Dennis Graham and Drake are kind of like the polar opposites is because if you look at Dennis Graham, you look at his background, and you look at Drake and you look at his background, it's nothing the same. And I think that, I mean, I don't want to say this about Drake's mom. People were saying allegedly she was a groupie, Dennis groupie back in the day. I'm not gonna really go that far and say that, because that's disgusting to say about somebody's mother. And I don't care if I don't know Drake personally, so I can't say his mom was a groupie. That's just disgusting to say. But I mean, if they were palling around with his dad back in the day, and his dad didn't really, was there for him. And I seen videos of Drake when he talked about his dad, and he said, "Yeah, that's my dad. I get to see him whenever I can or on the weekends and stuff like that." But you figure if you are living in Toronto and your dad is living in Texas or Houston, Texas, or somewhere around that area, that's a long way. One of my boys argued me down about that. He was like, "We went to see his dad every other weekend." Like, bro, his dad lives in Houston. He lives in Toronto, bro. That's not like a hop around the corner. That's a long ride. Or that's at least, I would say, at least a 20-hour drive. You know what I'm saying? We could just ask Siri. Hey, Siri, how far is Toronto to Houston, Texas? So that's 23 hours. Jesus. So if that's in a car, obviously he would take a flight, like I don't think Drake is going to be driving himself to see his dad for a day. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're going on a road trip or something like that. But yeah, but we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Let's just watch it one more time. And then we're going to get into Dennis Psyche.
Here.
I don't care nothing about that shit.
No.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. All the best to him, man.
Okay, cool.
I don't do that bullshit.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
What are your thoughts on Drake's
I gotta ask, what do you think about Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, getting Record of the Year?
I don't care nothing about that shit.
No.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. All the best to him, man.
Okay, cool.
I don't do that bullshit.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Now I'm gonna tell y'all where this is why I say Dennis don't really care about his son. When he said, I don't care about, that has nothing to do with me. Yeah. That to me, if my son was being dissed, I don't care if my son was being dissed by somebody and it was something, I'm talking like, oh, I hate your sneakers, or your hands be dirty when you be cooking, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have a problem with it. 100%. I'm gonna have a problem with it because that's my blood, that's my son, that's my child. So if someone says something about my son, no matter what it is, I'm gonna have a problem with it. When he's saying it has nothing to do with me, that tells you a lot about his character and how he feels about his son. It does. It tells you a lot about his character and how he feels about his son. Because if he's saying it don't have nothing to do with me, I could see if he said, yeah, man, that was some bullshit, man. How he gonna win off of something like that? Then I could be like, all right, yeah, Dennis, I think you really care. But the way he came off is like it's all about himself because he asks, how does he feel about the diss track is about your son, dog. And people are asking you, someone's asking you, how do you feel about a diss track winning Song of the Year, dissing your son? And to be honest with you, it's a song that actually destroyed your son's career because Drake is not the same. And I'm going to break down why Drake is not the same right when I'm done talking about Dennis. But what happens now? So your son is being dissed on the world stage in front of everybody, and they're singing the song at the Grammys. And your first thing you said, the first thing you reply when someone asks you that is, I don't care about that shit. Has nothing to do with me. What do you mean? You ain't making no songs recently? What are you talking about? Well, maybe you did. I don't know. I didn't hear nothing from Porn Stash. I ain't hear nothing from Porn Stash because he got a 1965 porn mustache. I don't know why you don't cut that. Dennis, you need to cut that, Dennis. It's gotta go. The nerve of you, Dennis. The nerve of you. You know what I'm saying? But this what I mean by people that Drake surround himself with, they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And when Kendrick said, I think you should ask for more paper and more paper and more paper, I really feel like Kendrick know that Drake don't really mess with his dad like that. He only using his dad. I remember he said, and in the video, I seen a video where Drake literally said to his father, he said, well, I need you in the video because you're black. Like, what are we doing here? I don't understand it. I'm flabbergasted. I just don't understand. The king is flabbergasted. So what are you doing now? Like, what are we doing now, Dennis? You know what I'm saying? Your son is being dissed by an artist, and your first thing you say when someone asks you, how do you feel about the Song of the Year? I would have been like, that's some bullshit. He ain't got no problem cursing because he obviously did curse. I'd be like, that's some bullshit. Ain't no way in the world he should. My son, everything that he said in that song was a lie. Even if he was telling the truth, that's what I would have said. I would have said, nah, I'm not feeling that. But I don't care about that. Oh, more power to him. What? When Drake sees it, he's going to be like, damn, Dad, that's crazy. You just kicked me under the bus. That's crazy. So, I don't know, man. Tell me what y'all think about this. Y'all think Y'all think Dennis should have, you know, do y'all think he should have, I don't say protected his son more, but I'm saying, do y'all think he should have defended his son a little more than that? I think he was just like, okay, or y'all just be like, whatever, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Yeah. I mean, I feel some type of way about it because I'm looking at it from this point of view. If that's your son, you're supposed to protect your son at all costs, man. I don't care what it is. It could be something minor all the way up to. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. That's what I would have did. Me personally. I'm dying for mine. It's happening. You can say whatever you want. If it's my child, it's going down. I'm going out guns blazing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Guns blazing, going out. But this is the end for Drake. And I know a lot of people say this, but I'm going to explain to y'all why. Because I think that this is the end. And I did a video earlier showing that Lucian Grain's, Dr. Dre, Lucian Grain's son, everybody, the whole Grammys was singing WAP, 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 WAP. Say Drake. Beyonce's daughter said, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to Cell Block 1. Everybody, yo, it's so crazy how popular Not Like Us is. And everybody wanted that song to win. I hope y'all know this. Everybody wanted Not Like Us to win. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Drake did all this to himself. Let's go through the timeline without really going through the timeline so long. So when Drake first came out, he was a humble dude. I'll be honest with y'all. He was humble. He didn't really know. He got into the game. He was humble. You know what I'm saying? As time went on, he got arrogant, more arrogant, more arrogant, more arrogant, more arrogant, more arrogant. And Kendrick stayed humble the whole time. You know what I'm saying? He got more arrogant, saying stuff on stage, just saying stuff about people, sneak dissing people. He started getting to the point where he felt like he was untouchable. It's like, oh, you can't do nothing to me. Then he started attacking people that wasn't even rappers. You know what I'm saying? Then he started attacking people that was CEOs of companies. Then he started sleeping with people's girls and their wives and stuff like that. But you couldn't touch him because he was protected. So it's like somebody, and then he had things done to people. He had the bull get jumped. They went to his house. He pulled the bull, come to his house. They beat him to half death. Bull goes, broken ribs, all this stuff. And then he had to shut his mouth, wired his jaw, all this stuff. Really messed the boy up real bad. You know what I'm saying? And everybody knows that this happening. And people around him know that he was sleeping with girls' wives and not girls' wives. He's sleeping with men's wives and people's girlfriends and stuff like that. Now, I can't put all the ownership on Drake with that because it takes two to tango and the women was wrong for that too. So I'll just put that out there. But he's going around doing all this to people. What y'all think's going to happen? So eventually he gets to the point where he's running out of options because now people can't trust him. The same people that was surrounding him, that he surrounded himself with, he was doing them dirty. You do Wayne dirty. Wayne was your mentor. You do your own mentor dirty. What do you think this is? You do your own mentor dirty. And then you do Ross dirty. You do French Montana dirty. You do all these people dirty. And you got some people that vouch for you. But then what happens? Eventually, you cut them off too. Do Yachty dirty. And then you got J. Cole, who we don't really know y'all relationship, but we'll say that could have been that. Then you did LeBron dirty. Eventually down the line, you had your boy come out and say some stuff. All of these things culminated all the way up, combined to where it's at today, where you at today with it. What do you think's going to happen? So when Kendrick and you battled, the industry wanted you gone, not because you was winning, because you've been a dirty doodle ball for all this time, and people can't stand it because they was like, we can't touch this dude. If I say something, he can end my career, so I can't say nothing. But that guy right there, he can't end his career. That guy Kendrick, he's the culture, and he can beat him. So when Kendrick and you battled, the industry wanted you gone, not because you was winning, because you've been a dirty doodle ball for all this time, and people can't stand it because they was like, we can't touch this dude. If I say something, he can end my career. That guy right there, he's the culture. And he can beat him. So when Metro Boomin and them sent him that beat, and then they sent it back to him. I honestly think, and I'll give my theory why. The puppet master of all this is The Weeknd. And I know y'all probably like, I'll admit it. I told y'all he was going to be the special guest at the Grammys. I didn't have no source. I don't know. I just be knowing these things because I pay attention to the timeline and how things goes. I'm not 99% of the time I'm right. I might be wrong here and there once in a while, but still in all. If I'm wrong, I'll come in here and say, yeah, I'm wrong. But I believe that The Weeknd is the puppet master behind all this. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get into that in another video, break down why I believe that is, but I don't want to talk about that now. I'm just saying, just remember I said that The Weeknd is the puppet master. He's the guy pulling the strings. Now, Kendrick isn't a puppet, but The Weeknd is the guy. He's the guy at the top who Drake wants to be. You know what I'm saying? Drake wants to get him out of here, but he can't. But The Weeknd can rap, but he's not known for rapping. He's known for just making good music. Kendrick, on the other hand, is cool with The Weeknd. And The Weeknd is cool with Kendrick. Everybody knows that the only person that could have took Drake out is Kendrick. The Weeknd couldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? He's already bigger than Drake. He's already more successful than Drake. But the person that can get Drake out of here is Kendrick. And what happened? Kendrick walked in, took him out. Now we see, again, is Drake career over? His career is not over. But he will bend the knee to the record labels. Trust and believe that. Because number one, he's not as sophisticated as Kanye West. See, Kanye West is smart. Kanye West is a genius in a way because he knows what pulse to push. He knows what button to push. He knows where to keep his finger at. Drake's not that. Drake has to have people around him tell him what to do. This is the reason why his songs haven't charted anymore, because he need a push. He doesn't have a mind of his own. He has a borrowed mind from other people. You know what I'm saying? He has very bad business practices because, and people say, well, how is that? He's almost a billionaire. He's not almost a billionaire. And I told y'all this before, but people didn't believe me. He's only worth 150 million. That's it. He's not worth nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, he might have, he has more money than us. Let's be clear here. But we not talking money because he's multi-millionaire. He's rich. But the point I'm making is he doesn't have good business practices, because if you did, you wouldn't be trying to sleep with people's wives and their girlfriends. That's not good business practices. You know what I'm saying? People are going to come for your head if you do that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to come for your head. So Kendrick came in, did what he did. He put a stain on Drake that he can't remove. Not like us, it's a hex on Drake. There's nothing Drake can do. Whenever you got everybody, everybody, I'm talking everybody in the Grammys singing A minor, bro, it's over for you. And they know what the song is talking about. Not to say that he's a PDF, but they know what the song is. So do I believe that Kendrick is going to perform this at the Super Bowl? 100%. I believe he's going to perform it. If he doesn't, I'll be shocked and I'll come in here and with my head down, walking like this. So he didn't perform it. But I think he's going to perform it. I think he's going to perform not like us. And that's the reason why I said turn the TV off. So I don't know. Now, a question I got for y'all is, where do Drake go from here? Because you figure that if Lucian Grainge is hugging Dr. Dre and they high-fiving off of a song, right? And they know that song is Drake is suing them for that song. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's what he's doing. What do you think Drake could go from here? Do you think Drake should just go ahead back to making music? Or do y'all think that Drake should just take a break for a while? You know what I'm saying? He had a good run. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that. That would be 100% a lie. He had a great run. In fact, he had a phenomenal run. It's more than great. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think within that run he put out any classic albums. He put out classic songs, but not classic albums. And I think that actually hurt him. That he had so many singles that people could point at, but they can't point at a project that's actually really good of his. Like you could say, okay, I like that album, but his music, his singles are going to carry him for the rest of his life. But if you're going to cement him into the I would say the legend category of being a legend of his time, yeah, he's definitely a legend of his time. But being a legend overall, he's a legend overall. No lie. He's a legend overall, but he's in the bottom category. I'm talking like maybe top 50. You know what I'm saying? If you're calling off a legends, top 50. Because you start to see that a lot of the music he did after, well, right after, if you're reading this is too late, or nothing was the same. If you're reading this too late, you start to see him mimic other people. You know what I'm saying? So he can't really be, to me, he can't really be a certified legend in the top 10. To me, he would never be in the top 10. I don't care if he ran the summer for 15 years. You've been borrowing people. You've been borrowing their mind and taking their likeness. You was what they call it, cray paper. You were tracing, dog. You can't say that you're a great artist if you trace. You're a good tracer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, see what I drew? Niggas be like, what? That's crazy. Then you look over in the corner and you see some see-through paper. You're like, wait a minute. What you do? Yo, how you do? What the? You know what I'm saying? I used to be a great artist back in the day. And I used to hate this one boy because I knew he was doing it. I knew he was tracing. I knew he was using cray paper. I said, this guy, man, we used to draw comic books back in the day. I'm actually a really good artist. I don't really do it too much. I haven't drawn in years, but it's like riding a bike. But I was actually really good to the point where I could have drew for Marvel or DC. I was that good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just capping. I'm not capping. I'm not bullshit. Oh, man, you're lying. Nah, bro. I'm dead up serious. And I was really good in basketball, too. I'm not going to say I could have been in the NBA, but I was good at ball, though. They used to call me Finesse. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day. They called me Finesse. But either way, I'm just saying, Drake is great at tracing. You know what I'm saying? He's great at tracing. That's all it is. And I knew that boy was tracing. I found out later on that he didn't draw none of his stuff. Either way, thank y'all for joining me, man. I appreciate y'all every day being here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a rough ride, but I love it, man. I love everything about it. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate everything, man. 8 o'clock show coming up. You know what it is, man. It's going to be a good week. Super Bowl's coming. Kendrick going to perform. It's going to be a movie. It's going to be legendary. Also, too, man, Daylight dropped a super fire song. And I'm reacting to it later. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. It's probably one of the best songs I heard this year. Like, as far as, like, raps, yeah. It's perfect. That's a perfect song. But we're going to get into that later. All right, man. See y'all. Peace. Bye. Look at that. See, man, this ain't working. Look at that. No, come on, working. All right, there we go. Hey.